Morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, it is Friday, y'all. It's Friday. Oh, let me put my ticker tape on. Let me put my ticker tape on. Let me put my ticker tape, ticker tape, ticker tape, ticker tape, ticker tape, ticker tape. Oh, that's not the ticker tape. Wrong one. There we go. Today is the day. Today, y'all, today, we will be on the TV broadcasting live for the love of it. For the love of it. Yes, yes, yes. We will be broadcasting live for the love of it today from WHP. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Tanya. Good morning. Yes, it's Friday. It is Friday. Some kind of way I clicked off of there. I've never done that before. So glad y'all still there. Glad I didn't lose the broadcast. Tanya, as soon as we're off, I'll send that over to you. Soon as we are off, I'll send it over to you. It's on and popping, on and popping, on and popping. Look, beloved, look. Today we're talking about growing beyond our limitations. In order to do that, we've got to make a decision. We've got to decide that we want to grow beyond our limitations. Sherry Naylor, good morning, good morning, good morning, Sherry. Let me know which way you're going today, because today I got to make some decisions. We are growing beyond. Good morning, Dorian. Good morning, good morning. So today we're talking about growing beyond our limitations. That does not happen by mistake. That happens intentionally. That does not happen by mistake. That happens on purpose and with intention. All right, on purpose and with intention. It is not a mistake. Good morning, my cousin. Yes, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Marchie. So it's with intentions that we grow. It's not by mistake. So let me just say, growing beyond our limitations, we must decide and do the work. We must make a decision. And then once we make a decision, we've got to be in inspired actions. Make a decision and be in inspired actions, because nothing changes beyond that, right? Nothing changes beyond that. And so growing beyond our limitations, we must decide and then we must do the work. We must decide and then we must do the work. And so, beloved, I am inviting us to make the decision. What do you want? What do you want? Jacqueline, welcome back. Good to see you, my sister. Good morning and happy Friday to you too. Happy Friday to you. So when we think about this notion of growing beyond, all week long, we've been talking about our limitations. We've been talking about how not to negotiate for them, how not to fight for our limitations. And one of the ways in which we don't do that is we make a decision about a limitation that we've been living with. So limitations, I'm not talking sometimes. Do you know how when we were in corporate or in academia or in our jobs and we would do evaluations, and they would often find something that wasn't working? Like, evaluations is so crazy the way it's designed. It's really backwards. It's designed to look for where your weak spots are so that you can strengthen your weak spots. And for me, the way that I am built, I'm like, let's find out your strengths and offload the things that were weak to somebody else with that's their strength. Because if we got strength and strength working, it's a win-win. If I'm working out my strength and you working out your strengths, first of all, we're happier, which means we're going to get more done, which means the atmosphere is going to benefit more. as opposed to, well, this is where I'm weak. And then most of the times what that does, because evaluations are designed for that, we pretend, we act like that we got something on lock and we don't. Whereas if we said, it don't matter where you're weak at, I'm interested in your strengths. What it is that with courage, we walk into these board meetings or into these evaluations like, nope, that didn't work for me. I gave that to Sherry because Sherry is powerful in that. Sherry and I swapped that part of the job out because I don't even like that, but she's got that part. And bottom line is we're going to get it done. And we're going to get it done actually faster because we enjoy what we're doing. Right. And so that's my philosophy on it. So when we're on team together, I only want you to work in your genius. I want you to do what it is that gives you life, because we're all going to soar together. I don't want to do don't put me in the kitchen. I'll do the kitchen if it's needed. But if you really want to leverage my gifts, if you really want to leverage my skill, don't put me in the kitchen. If you really want to leverage it, I'll do it, I'll get it done, but that ain't leveraging where my sweet spots are. It's just not. It's gonna so at any rate, I don't have to belabor that. I am happy in my skin and with what God has in store for me. Amen. Amen. Good morning, Erica. Good morning. Good morning. So when we think about leveraging, so that was just one idea about our limitations. I don't buy into the whole notion of strengthening your weakness. No, if that's the limitation, that's that. I'm talking about that. But here, what I'm talking about is a mental limitation. Here, I'm talking about something that we've decided won't work for us. So we've decided I have to be this way because of what happened to me in my past. We decided that there's no ability for me to do something because this, that, and that. That is what I'm talking about. The mental and emotional limitation that we have embraced, that we have owned, that we're walking out. We can grow. We can choose. I'm not going to be there next year. I'm not going to be there next year. So I've got some exciting news that I can't share yet because it's still in the works. But it's blowing my mind because I made some decisions a couple of years ago, and I'd be darned if that thing haven't manifested. I said to myself, this will happen this year. Before, that would have been a fleeting thought in the back of my mind, because it would have been a fleeting thought in the back of my mind because I accepted the limitation that I didn't have access to that this couldn't necessarily be me, that whatever. I'm walking out all those limitations, y'all. I'm just saying, I'm done. I'm done with the limitation that I put on myself because I don't believe in my ability, or I don't believe in my access, or I don't believe in my ability to press past something that was once a hindrance. Because I don't, I told y'all the whole scarcity message that was playing. If you got the book, the message. The book, Freedom is Our Birthright. I need to get my books back here. Freedom is Our Birthright. In it tells you about the message of scarcity that was playing in my mind that said it ain't enough for you. It ain't enough for your dreams to come true, and ain't nothing you can do about it. The heck if it ain't. who you talking to? Scarcity. Oh, okay. You raised your head, your little raggedy head one time too many, and I saw you. I saw you. I saw you, and I came after you. I saw you, and I came after you. Yep. I saw you, and I came after you. You raised your little raggedy head one time too many. Good morning, Bernie. Trying to get it in with you this morning. I'm at work and connection is not good, but I'm hanging in with you, sending you love. Thank you, dear. I'm glad that you are. Thank you for your effort. Thank you for your effort. So you got it in enough to get that, so I appreciate you. So that's pressing past. So it's pressing past. So we can use Bernie as an example. And it's not a mental thing, but sometimes it's just some things that's hard to do, and we want to do, and we try to do it. But she decided that she would be on. That was a decision. That was a decision that she wanted to be on. And from that decision, the effort went into place. So there was a decision, and then there was the effort. Even though there's some roadblocks, even though there's some hiccups, even though there's some challenges that's in the way, she made a decision and she put the effort there. So that's the same thing with the limitations that we have in life, with the things that we believe that's not possible for us, the things that we believe is beyond, all of those kinds of things. Once you make a decision, let me just tell you, I don't know if I done taught y'all, I don't do a lot of teaching on this platform. That's for the other things that I do. Like if you want teaching, there's a group of LTE, life transforming experience, where we meet every Saturday every 2 Saturdays a month. Good morning, Ray. Welcome. Good morning. We meet 2 Saturdays a month, from 10:30 to noon, And I literally teach a lot of the concepts that I talk about right here. I literally teach those concepts. And so, one of the things that I taught in there is about the reticular activating system. Look it up. Reticular activating system. Reticular, RETICULAR activating system, or RAS is the way that you would see it. And you know how you drive down, you know how you decided you're going to get a new truck, and all of a sudden you see that new truck everywhere. You had never noticed it anywhere. That's your RAS in operation, right? And I can't go all deep into that. But when we fight for our limitations, then we will notice all of the evidence to support our limitations. But when we decide, beloved, that I'm not going to be limited anymore, I'm done with this limitation, that I'm going after that thing over there, that I'm reaching on that thing, that this is mine, this height is mine, this next step is mine, this next door is mine, I'm going up, I'm done with this. When we decide that, you know what our brain does? This miracle organ that Papa developed in our being, you know what our brain does? Our brain says, oh, you done with that? Oh, you want that over there? Our brain points it out to us. It provides the evidence. It helps us to look for the evidence that exists in that thing. It helps us to find the evidence. And so I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying, if you're looking for evidence, you got to change your mind. So you change your mind in order to find the evidence, because the evidence is everywhere. The evidence is everywhere. So whatever you say to yourself, Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. Now, look, for those of us who live in Michigan, in the Detroit area in particular, we understand the impact that Henry Ford had on the world, definitely this region. And Henry Ford was a man just like anybody else, but he was a visionary. And he believed that he could. And there was one point in his journey that it was for years, I think it was like 5 years, he told this group of men, he said, I need you to figure out how to make it out. It was something about the engine that just really couldn't work. He said, they said, well, how long do you want us to work? Until you find an answer. What's the budget for it? There's no budget until you find an answer, because I know this is possible. He didn't have the knowledge, but he had the vision. He didn't have the knowledge, but he had the inspiration. He didn't have the knowledge, but he could, bring together all the components that could, walk out the purpose that he had in life, right? The purpose that he had, not just in life, his vision transformed humanity. There wasn't the vehicle with the engines, 4 wheels before his vision. So I'm just saying, write the vision, make it plain, that those who read it can run with it. Write the vision, beloved. Make it plain. Run with it. Write the vision, make it plain. Read your own writing and run with it. Because what else? Because why else? What else you gonna do? Why else you gonna, what you doing with your breath? Because if we just gonna keep going around the same mountains, singing the same song, doing the same thing, if that's what we gonna do, okay, that ain't what I'm doing. That ain't what I'm signing up for. I want more. My soul, this is from the book, my soul kept screaming, there is more. My soul kept screaming, there is more. When scarcity thought it had me, when scarcity thought that, okay, I got her, I'm going to keep her under the ceiling, I'm going to keep her limited, she ain't going to be able to press past this because she don't even really believe it's possible. And she believe whatever it is that she's gotten is almost like, well, you know, that was kind of given. It wasn't, no. I had to press, do some work, go for it, all of those things. And so, no, not. Nope. Nada. Growing beyond our limitations, we must decide it and do the work. So if you, wherever, and limitations is in the mind. It's in the mind. It's in the mind. I'm not talking about just the things that you know, I'm limited in my cooking prowess just because I don't necessarily you know, I haven't given it a lot of energy. Now I know, and I, you know, I've dropped this about 100 pounds. I'm gonna have to maintain when I'm done. All said and done, it'll be 115 pounds. I'm gonna have to have some new knowledge to maintain that. So I'm gonna have to become a better cook. I'm gonna have to become a different cook. So my goal is to become a phenomenal vegan cook. That's my goal because vegan eating will maintain that 115 pound. Like I don't even have to come up with some fancy whatever. Vegan eating will maintain it for me. Like I don't have to worry about that. But in order for that to happen, I've got to become an exceptional vegan cook. So that I'm going to push past that limitation of I'm not, you know, I don't like cooking. I'm going to have to learn to like it if I'm going to maintain this year's work that I've done. So by the end of June, I would have gotten to my 115 pound loss, the whole kidney food, because I've been 100 pound 85, 100 pound 85, been going back and forth, you know, maintaining in that way. But you know, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I done learned enough. I done learned enough of my lesson. Now it's time to move forward. Hey Frank, welcome back. People complain because they won't what they want without effort. Effort is what most avoid. You're right. You're right, my brother. You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I share with people all the time. You fighting for your limitations. I hear you, but if you keep telling that same story, there's no way to get something different. If you keep telling that same story, you're going to get the same thing. There is no way to get something different, right? If you're going to keep telling that same story, and I don't know if I'll be able to find this in my reading from the other day, but you got to tell a different story. You got to tell a different story in order to get something different. And so yeah, you're absolutely right. People say they won't change and they believe they won't change, but then the effort that it takes to make the change, you know, and it is, change is not easy, but it's worth it. Like when I become this phenomenal vegan cook, it's gonna be worth it because I won't be doing the yo-yoing with my weight. And so I'm already in action because I've already made a commitment that I will become a great vegan cook. I've already got all of my staples. I bought it months ago. I bought my staples. I cleaned out my pantry of all the other stuff. So I got my almond flour and I got my, you know, my garbanzo beans and I got my black beans and I got my, you know, all of the staples. If you have ever eaten vegan, you understand what the staples are. So I've got all of those ready for me to take. I'm gonna take a weekend and I'm going to experiment with some things and, you know, give my menu and week by week I'm gonna master something every week, right? I'm gonna get myself on that program. I've already decided that it's not an option. That's my program. That's how I will get to maintain this. Beloved, growing beyond your limitations. I love what Frank said. You got to stop talking about it and be about it. You got to put the effort into it. And it is going to be like going up the side of Mount Everest, pushing a boulder. It's going to be that difficult in the beginning. But as you get closer and closer to the top, it's going to be less difficult. Then when you get to the top, you would have mastered something. Then it's on and popping. It's just maintaining that new way of being. It's never a one and done. It's never a one and done. Life is about growth and expansion and increase and becoming. So it's never a one and done. But it's not as difficult as when you're first creating that new neural pathway. When we change a habit, it's because we're creating a new neural pathway in our brain, right? But it's never a one and done. I'm just saying. So, beloved, make sure you tune in to For the Love of It today. For the Love of It, tune in today from 11:30 to 12. And I'm inviting someone to call in again. I'm going to say it every week. I would love to hear your voice. Love to hear you call in. Love to hear you ask some questions. And so that we can just have engagement. I like engagement, just like we engage here. I want to always have engagement on whatever platform I am in, because I like the real live, real-time conversations and engagement. And I want what I'm talking about to be relevant to where you live. I want what I'm talking about to be relevant to where you are living, right? And so make sure you tune in today. For the Love of It airs today, 313watkins.com. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you. So thank you for being on. Thank you for being on. Thank you for spending time with me this morning. I enjoy each one of you. And for those of you who are going to look at it later, thank you. I appreciate you as well. At the moment Abba gave us our breath, me and you forfeited. We relinquished. We gave up the right to not be amazing. We gave up the right to not be amazing. I love you. I really do. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now. Brenda, the fun for our family dinners is making regular dishes and having learned to make vegan dishes for family that are serious vegans. I live experimenting with recipes. Good luck, sis. I'ma call you, sis. I'm going to call you so you can give me some help. You can give me some help from your genius. That's your genius. So I'm going to call you. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. Have a phenomenal weekend, everyone.